Hey, hello, YouTube. This is Positive Tony coming to you live on this Friday rainy afternoon in Virginia. How are we doing today? Hey, a couple of administrative notes. One, I'm going to be moving my YouTube to on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Because what I found out, I'm trying to put out my TikToks on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then do this on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, wearing this old man down. And Positive Tony got to stay upbeat to be positive, right? But anyway, give me something to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'll be posting my YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Anyway, how we doing today? Hey, I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. I think we're over 115 or something like that. Hey, I'm truly blessed. Like I said before, if I got 20, wanted to hear what I had to say, I would be honored. And I know that, not everyone agrees with what Positive Tony has to say, and that's fine. That's the great thing about America. You can choose and pick what you want to watch and what you don't want to watch. All I ask is if you have negative comments, please just unfollow me or don't look at it. There's no need to share negativity because Positive Tony is just going to ignore it anyway. Okay. All right. Let's dive in today. What is Positive Tony got on his mind today? What is your legacy when you're gone? I say again, what is your legacy when you're gone? To God, what word can I share today that, someone might need to hear or want to hear? And that just kept popping up all day and all day. And I was like, okay, I got you. Now, why would I bring up a topic of what legacy do you want to leave behind? Because, we don't like to think about it, but one day we're all going to leave this place, okay? And I pray to God that we all meet again up in heaven, okay? But reality is, but what do I want to be remembered for when I leave this place? That's the topic of today's discussion. Now, I understand we all come from different walks of life and different age, and you can decide what it is when you're gone that you want the people to know that's left behind, what they think about you. What did you do to improve yourself? What did you do to improve the country, the city, the town, kids, your family? Were you a complainer? Were you an instigator? Were you someone that just always started drama? Were you the type of person that always just wanted to just be negative about every single thing? No, that's not what you want to be remembered for. You want to leave something that someone's going to remember you and say, wow, I remember that person. Now, something my mom told me the other day, and, it kind of brought me to tears in a way, but I ain't let her know, oh, darn, she's watching this. She said, everything that I talk about on my live, I have experienced it. And she's so true. So everything I'm talking about, I've been through it. Okay. So if I don't talk about a particular subject, it's probably because I haven't been through it. For example, drugs. I've never ever used drugs. Not that I didn't want to try it, but because I knew my mom might find out. She put fear in me. I mean, I'm 54 and I'm still scared of my mom. And she's the sweetest person there is. Medicine, not very much, because I just don't like stuff in my system. But legacy is something that over the last few years has been near and dear to my heart. And the reason I say that is because I have 3 kids, like most of you know. I have a 27-year-old, and we're like twins. So we bump heads a lot. But you know what? At the end of the day, I love that girl, and I hope she knows it. I love her more than she knows. She's a strong woman, and I just continue to pray for her, and I hope she knows that. I have a 20-year-old that's getting ready to turn 21 on 11/11/99. So on Veterans Day, Daddy's Day. She turns 21. Then I have an enemy, my son. He's 18. And so for those 3 right there, I want them to say, my dad wasn't perfect, but he did his best. So that's my legacy. I want my kids to know that I did my best. I'm not want to talk. I want to walk the walk. Now, don't get me wrong now. I'm not perfect. I fall down, but I get back up and I keep moving forward. A lot of times when we think about legacy, we think about football players and Hollywood legends and things like that. but we each have a story to tell. Okay. So why not right now, this day, say, hey, this is the legacy I'm going to work on leaving. Now, when I graduated high school in 1984, okay, I had no clue of what I wanted to do in life, but I knew I had the support and backing of my mother. So I decided to join the military after 1 year working in Bush Gardens. And I knew that I wanted to make the military a full 20-year commitment because I enjoy watching those Army trucks drive down the street and, seeing the Army men on TV. And that just excited me so much. And so, glory to God, I was able to hang in there for 20 years. And I was blessed to receive the Legion of Merit, Bronze Army Accommodations, Army, the Combat Infantry Badge, Expert, French Commando School. I accomplished a lot. And through the glory of God and the grace of God, I was able to, come out of going to combat. I went to Iraq a few times, but glory to God, I'm here and I'm able to share my story. But my legacy was I wanted to be a successful soldier. I wanted to be the best I could be. Now, I'm a Virgo, I'm a man, and I'm always so hard on myself. So even though I achieved so much in the military and I retired as first class, that's an E7, I really felt that I should have stayed and continued to move. But I felt God was like, no, it's time for you to do something else. So my legacy was to finish the military, retire. I was able to finish the military with a honorable discharge. And to this day, I'm highly just so excited and proud of my military service. So then it came to retirement. It's like, oh, shucks, what's phase 2 of my life? And once again, Pastor Tony was like, what can I do? So I talked to one of my friends that got out the military, and he said he was working as a security guard. Well, I didn't go 20 years to be a security guard, nothing against security guards, but I know I wanted to do something else. And so I prayed about it. And so I said, well, God, I'm going to apply for a security guard position. So I walked in, I interviewed with the recruiter for a security guard. And she was like, wow, you haven't thought about becoming a recruiter? I said, wow, I've never been a recruiter before, but that sounds fun. So I told her, yeah, I would be interested in it. So anyway, she took me to her boss, which was the director of human resources. Anyway, so after the interview, she told me, okay, I'm gonna make you a security guard. You're gonna be escort to a vice president of a big company. And I was like, okay, you're gonna escort her to and from her car because she had threats against her. And I was like, oh, great. And I had a flashlight. Anyway, 2 weeks of doing that, I get a call from the HR director saying, hello, Tony. I just want to let you know you got anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up becoming a recruiter for the young lady who interviewed me, and then she went off to be HR. So I was the recruiter for the company. And it was really exciting for me because I'm a people's person. I bet you didn't know that, did you? So anyway, I became a recruiter, and I used to hire security guards to work on the military bases around the world, on Navy bases, because that's when the Iraq War was kicking off. And so we were replacing civilians on the gates, and the military was going off the war to fight. So I did that for a little bit. So into recruiting world, and then a short-time job where I continued to move up. So my legacy was I got into recruiting, helping people. And, even though, right now I am still in recruiting after all these many years, I wake up in the morning and I say, I don't like my job. I love my job. Now, if you can get into a career where you are excited to go to work, then that's your legacy right there, that you're excited because you can make a difference in someone's life. I know that each and every day I wake up and I get on this computer and I know that, hey, I can change somebody's life today. I can find them a job. That's very exciting. I know that the times when I switch companies, it's easier to look for a job when you have a job, okay? But when you don't have a job, the stress factor is here. So I'm trying my best to find positions for people that will love to come to work. Because if you're working in a job where you're like, oh man, I got to go to work today. I hate my coworkers. Guess what? You're turning on that negativity. How can you build your legacy off of negativity? You can't. Okay. So I have been in the recruiting since 2004, and I tell you, it's a rewarding career because I feel that I can make a difference. I work with military veterans. I work with military spouses. I work with wounded warriors, and I work with diversity candidates. So people of all cultures and walks of life trying to find them employment. So that's a legacy that I want to say, hey, I made a difference in someone's life. If you can make a positive impact in someone's life that's going to help them out, help their family out, help their kids out, that's the type of legacy I want to be remembered for. What is your legacy? Have you ever put something on pen and paper and say, okay, this is my goals that I want to accomplish. Okay. Now, Positive Tony, I have bigger goals. I want to be a motivational speaker. I'm just putting it out there. So if anyone wants me, call me. Okay. Because I want to be out. Right now, before COVID, I go to military bases and I speak to the transitioning military, and I get promoted. And my organization I work for now, I love working for my supervisor, is because I love what I do. So the legacy that I'm leaving behind once God calls me home, I want people to know that he loved his kids, he loved his work, he loved being in the military, and he loves helping people. Is this all the times? No. There's times where I fall short of my destiny as far as promoting positivity, and my legacy sometimes get pushed beside because, I get into my feelings. But you know what? If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here now. I'd be sitting next to Jesus Christ on the throne. I'm perfect. That ain't the case. So if you stumble and fall, don't stay there. Get back up. Continue to move forward. We're going to have days where we don't have good days, but don't stay in there. Come up with something that you want to achieve each day. Something I always put on myself. I say, if I can get up and I can bring a smile to one person's face per day, at least a minimum of one person per day, I've accomplished something. And I think providing, days like this when I get to speak with you, and days on TikTok, and days speaking to candidates on the phone, even when I have, people calling me, about some insurance or whatever the case might be, I bring a smile to them. If I'm in a restaurant, and if anybody on YouTube has been in a restaurant with me, I guarantee you that server, they're going to have people that, they work on their feet all day, and then they have somebody crabby sitting at the table and sending everything back. I understand that, because, no, I've never worked in fast food, but I'm a people's person, and you can just look at someone. Sometimes people just need that boost. And when they get me, I say something just totally off the wall and just make them smile, and that makes their day. There's so many times where I've tipped more than what I should have. And one lady, she just said, can I give you a hug? Because and she just broke down into tears. You don't know what other people are going through, okay? So whenever your legacy will be, make sure that you stay on that path. Make sure that when you leave this earth, you can feel proud that you have done everything you set out to do. Now, we're going to fall short. I'm telling you this. But just know, if you have a plan, you strive towards that plan. You might fall off that way that people will remember you by. Maybe it's your cologne, your smell. Maybe it's the way you dress. Maybe it's the way that you wave at someone. Maybe it's the way you wash your car. Whatever the legacy is, make sure that it remembers you in a positive way and not a negative way. Okay? Hey, I hope that this inspired someone. Like I say, Positive Tony, I'm Anthony, I just love spreading what knowledge I want people to hear that I can share with you. I'm not perfect. I fall short of the glory each and every day, but I get back up, okay? Like I always say, remain positive, because if you don't remain positive, it's gonna be a bad day. This morning I posted on social media, you get to choose. negative or positive to start your day? I hope you chose positive. Remain positive. PT loves you.